Next up, the Commanders are on the clock.
Okay. Ooh. Gotta get my favorite player.
The Washington Commanders are now on the clock.
Had to get my favorite player.
With the
Boom.
next selection, it's the Washington Commanders.
Ew, Zach Wilson. Ooh. That's not good. What's he at? Star with a 72. 22. Oh, ain't they just about a bitch? Wasn't he a star as well? We can move
Now
him
on
inside.
the clock, the Washington Commanders.
Alright, so I know he's there. Alright. I'm gonna take a bet on him.
Next up, the Commanders are on the clock.
Hmm. Ah, Isaiah Simmons. Here we go.
The Washington Commanders are now on the clock. With the next selection, it's the Washington Commanders.
Oh, Kirk Cousins is still available? Yeah.
Now on the clock, the Washington Commanders.
Okay.
Next up, the Commanders are on the clock.
She wants it. Good tight end. Let's see. Can we get another developmental trait guy?
The Washington Commanders are now
I think
on
he's
the
going to be there
clock.
just for about another year. I need some speed. Alright, so 85. That's decent enough.
With the next selection, it's
Don't
the
care.
Washington Commanders.
I hate selecting 20th.
Now on the clock, the Washington Commanders.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, the Commanders are on
Speed
the
kills.
clock.
So, especially the way I like to run my offense. So. Down in the deep.
The Washington Commanders are now on the clock. With the next selection,
we
it's
can
the
move them
Washington
out.
Commanders. Now on the clock, the Washington Commanders.
Mm-hmm. I need one more quality starting. Yep. And then move him
Next
inside.
up, the Commanders are on the clock.
Oh, isn't this the anime guy? Let's see. Alright, so I got my safeties. I need one more corner.
The Washington Commanders are now on the clock.
Alright, come on. Uh...
With the next
That's fine.
selection, it's the Washington Commanders.
Two more picks. Alright, so we're going to move Isaiah Simmons to linebacker. We have our edges. So I know they're going to give me a running back. Is there one in here that I really want, though? Raheem Mostert?
Now
I'll
on the
shoot
clock, the Washington Commanders.
There we go, 20th pick. Let's see. Can we get a quality defensive lineman? Oh, no. I want Elwoods. Oh, he's actually better. Ain't that something?
Next up, the Commanders are on the clock.
Alright. To the end of the draft. We go. Okay. Complete a fantasy draft. I know I've done this many times. Let's see. How'd we do? Okay. Clyde Edwards. Alright. Move him to the left guard. Okay. Move him over. And now you come inside. Boom, we reshuffle. Alright, boom, boom. Okay, so I need you to pick up. Oh, Jordan Phillips. Alright. Good. Okay. Move you. Actually, no. I think you have enough. Boom. Just like so. Today. Job before I got paid. Okay. Alright, there should be enough people cut to grab 3 offensive linemen. Use check didn't get hit? Well, I'm gonna choose him instead. Alright. Boom. Boom. Four, five, six. That's funny. I didn't get a kicker. Or a punter, I mean. Okay. Have to get the punter. Alright. Okay. Start the practice. Let's make it work. No. Rebuild. Let's make it happen. Who got injured? Yeah, doesn't matter. Wait. Let's make this happen. Sorry. I forgot my water. Come here. Oh, yeah. Who's a good girl? There we go. Oi! And then we got the construction outside. True's Jeff class. Keep it auto-generated. Yeah, we're gonna fire everybody. Nope. Hold on. Let's see. Who's the top? Quarterbacks. Alright, so really want to see his. Who's top? What's this? 250? No. I'm just gonna go first round. Two. Alright, So 8 offensive linemen. Alright, so we need to scout them. Wasn't paying attention. Tony Baselli. Who wouldn't want that man as your scout? Mm. Uh, okay. I do need a QB. Preferably a 2-star. Alright, Ross Kane. You're the guy. Let's see. How about we do... linebacker? There we go. Everybody squared away. Got the scouts done. Who's gonna have your back when it's all done? My appreciation. Where's my no insiders? Inside stuff. Here we go. Thank you. 95. So I gotta get 90 and 90. Okay. Dang, I got everything. It's actually kind of a boss look, though. I don't care about these guys. All the fame. All the time. Alright. Let's play a game, baby. Ooh, DK Metcalf.
Just about time to rock as Toe gets ready to meet leather. And we are underway from FedEx Field. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And they're led out by Kirk Cousins, former Michigan State product, who's now in his 11th NFL season. Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
He's got swing club and no outsiders.
On the carry, this is Myles Gaskin. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. So this, the 90th season of Washington football. Of course, here, the first season and first ever regular season game for the Washington Commanders. That name unveiled in a grand reveal back on February 2nd. The franchise opting to keep the burgundy and gold color scheme, adding the striking W logo on each side of the helmet and a single gold stripe running from front to back. From the 45 on 2nd down, Cousins. And that'll be caught.
Please don't be holding.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
All right.
And they get Tristan Wirfs, first-round pick in 2020. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
All right, now here we go.
And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
Play fake. Cousins. Airing it out, looking for Ridley.
Got him!
Touchdown,
That's a touchdown.
Washington.
Got him, baby girl.
Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success, putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you got game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They'll be led out by Sam Darnold in his 5th year now out of USC.
And the thing with Sam Darnold is we know the skill set is there. May not be the most mobile or strongest arm quarterback in the league, but usually plays with really good poise and at his best, like a point guard in basketball, able to move around and distribute the ball.
Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go on the board again.
On 2nd and 10, Darnold. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Throwing again is Darnold. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year, week one, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. So a sensational return there on special teams, a foot race that he was not going to lose. Now, meanwhile, while that was going on, we've got an injured player on the field. Well, fingers crossed here, first quarter of a new season, already an injury. And while they attend to him, we'll step aside. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Darnold from the gun. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Following the interception, Cousins. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Well, it looks like
Cousins to throw it. He'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. And he'll be brought down at the 27. First down throw for Cousins. That's caught left side by Hardman. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Spread him out.
Line of scrimmage to 15. It's 1st and 10.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Nicole Hardman. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
We are in for a good one as we're through one. The Jags with the football to begin this.
No, I keep hitting the thing.
Darnold. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Running the slant, that's Hooper. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. And this is taken out at the 5. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pickup there, 26 yards. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Tony Pollard, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Jags get a bit closer. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that will cut the lead down to 15. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. This taken in at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
On 1st down, back to Gasket. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. 2nd down, Gasket. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Off the play fake, Cousins. They'll leave that one for Gasket. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the 1st. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down, they just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Cousins to throw for it on 4th. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And this is going to wind up working out just fine as he'll have a Washington 1st down. And an exhale there as they convert on 4th. Cousins. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds
I
up
don't know what my
incomplete.
offensive line was doing there.
So now second
They
and
only
10
sent
after
5
the
yards.
incompletion on first down. To the air again, it's Cousins. Catch is made by Hardman. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Give him 32 on the play. From the red zone now, Cousins. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And the Commanders are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
Throw left side complete. Brad Smith.
Got him.
Touchdown. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now on the afternoon. And the Commanders are able to add on to their first half lead. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
They're going to try and run.
Oh.
And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Jaguars ready to go on offense for the final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. Now they go screen. It's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Darnold, left side here, taken in by Metcalf. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Again, Darnold. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we've reached halftime here on Open. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Out come the Jaguars now as he'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Back to throw, Darnold. This one hauled in. Again, it's Hooper. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
He's got Hooper on the short connection. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches. Darnold on first down. That's DK Metcalf running the slant. He's got it. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack. Throwing on 2nd and long. Darnold, they'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
I like the thinking there because right after a sack, it can be a great time to call for a screen to your running back and use the eagerness of the defense against him. Able to gain some positive yards out of this one and make things a little bit easier for him on 3rd down.
And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will remain a 23-point deficit.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. And they've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Running on first down with Gaskin. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They go play action. Cousins. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this one
he dropped it.
Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Gaskin. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 56 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Throwing is Cousins. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Man coverage.
Up the middle, Gaskin. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Here's Gaskin. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. Back now at FedEx Field. This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. Gaskin going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll try to run with Gaskin, and he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Myles Gaskin, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Commanders are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Tucker with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Phillips, he's not out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. On 1st and 10, Darnold. And the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Chase Young in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day.
Well, I wish this staff luck as they try to find positives about this performance by their offense as we move through the early part of the fourth quarter. That sack, the latest example. Down by a boatload, this offense simply can't keep up, and the quarterback is still taking hits. I think the backups in there if it were me.
And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. To throw is Darnold. A quick target here, complete to Metcalf. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of the first as that leads to 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
4th down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position.
Now, that's just simply good coaching and excellent technique on that play. You know why? Because everyone wants to rush the passer when they want to throw the football, but you're not always going to get there. So what are you taught to do? When the ball's finally thrown, get your hands up in the passing lanes, and they batted that one away.
No. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll go again with Gaskin. 77 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
That ball goal line. Picked by Tracy Walker.
That wasn't a good throw.
And the Jaguars are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. Zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect him. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
Now he'll let it go deep right side. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Darnold now to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. It got his man complete. The 20. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the fourth quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
And this is going to be covered up by Washington.
Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Commanders football as we get back to it. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10.
And he's going to be forced out of bounds inside the 5-yard line.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
They'll run with Gaskin.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Myles Gaskin.
Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Commanders up the lead to 4 scores now here in this fourth quarter.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And
that's one he's going to want back. A poor kick. It heads straight out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds.
Not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
On 1st down, it's Darnold.
They'll drop this underneath to Pollard, and they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Oh, Darnold loses it. And it's Washington that scoops it up.
Taking it right down Broadway. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown.
Not much defensive resistance on that drive. This offense has been humming. They haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Jaguars getting set to go.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. One last throw now for Darnold. And this is dropped it incomplete.
Little drop
Well,
balls.
there's a metaphor for how this one is gone. As time has run out on this ball game.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record, but everyone's going to have to build off of that opener.
Let's go. Breakout defensive lineman. Oh, of course he does. All right. Anything special? Mountain high enough. Central Arkansas. Bitch, that's in the southeast. Oh. I was hoping motherfucker was gonna be brilliant. 6'5". Alright, so he's a prototypical. Alright, he might be like Kirk Cousins. Pat Truman. Ooh, Jacksonville State. Let's go. No. Maybe. We'll see. Oh. 6'6" with elite speed. Alright, let's see what we do at the midway point. I was waiting for the hissing part. Oh, 2-5. My team sucks. This is not good. Okay, well, we might be able to get one of those QBs now, then. What's up, mama? We're going to choose another stadium. Yeah. Always choose the sphere. Who's ready to negotiate? Stay off of there. What? How do all these people get 1-year deals? Okay. Yep. Okay. Yeah. Who cares? Is the kid that's the athlete? No. Okay. Anybody special? All right. Okay. All right. Let's see what we're doing here. Where'd I put my... Where'd I put my water? And of course we finished 7-10 and we won't be able to get any other great quarterbacks. I hate this game with a passion. But let's upgrade our players. There we go. So he's not gonna get to 99 or 90. Ugh. Yeah, might as well. Okay, good. So he needs to get to 85. Yeah, might as well just get him up to 85. Get the second one. Get him close. He's right there, close to it. How is it that this man goes -1 in morale? And then it goes away. Just by... Oh, okay. Nope. Franchise staff. Fire. 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 Fireball. No. We fire everybody. Let's see. Can I wait a week? Nope. Okay. I would like to... Oh, there we go. Oh, okay. Alright. There we go. Nice. That's wrong. But I can always just reset it though. Four, 3, 6, 5. Okay. Seven, seven, 6, 1. Okay. Alright. So we got a whole new staff. Those are the practice squad fucks that we would like to get rid of. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Bum, bum, bum. Win nowhere. 20 people want to be re-signed. Nope. Mm-mm. No, I'm good. Let's see. Hopefully somebody drops. Like that. Alright, let's make sure our schemes are right. Nope. Nowhere. No way. Alright. Nope, that's not what I want. Let's see. Alright, so he's got to be re-signed. Okay, so he's fine. Okay. Okay, you're good. Just re-signed you. Okay, so you gotta... So you're locked in. Oh, good. He didn't lose his superstar. Okay. Where am I drafting now? 10th? Okay. Ooh, Trent McDuffie's available? There we go. And then JC... Oh, JC Horn? Bro, I can get this whole entire, like, draft class. Well. 6'1". Let's see. He's a little bit better in zone. Let's see if we can offer him one. Okay. Yeah, I don't care. Alright. This one... Nope. Okay. Oh, okay. Ugh. Uh, alright. Oh. Okay. I would like to sign some free agents, please. Alright. Well, I got my secondary. Oh. Oh. Okay. Anybody left on the defense? Ugh. No. I guess I'll take Frank Clark. Alright, well, I definitely got my secondary. Mm. Alright. Oh my god. Let's make some shit happen, baby. Alright. Let's see. 1, 2. Got good speed. This is essentially DeMarcus Lawrence. .497 speed. Let's go, baby. 482. Alright, we'll see. With the mopping bucket.
On the clock now, the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Washington Commanders are now on the clock. With the next selection, the Falcons are on the clock.
Please tell me. Oh my god, dude. Hold on. View my draft board. Is this kid that good? No. Slow. Which... Alright. Yeah, I want to trade for him. Okay. This year's fourth? No. Next year's second.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a trade.
Alright, well, I got him. I wanna... Alright, he's the 497 guy. Or 485. Yeah.
Now we turn to the Eagles. They're on the clock.
Alright. Most likely a 98. Or, not 98. Saw his jersey number. But star. But it's alright.
With the next selection, it's the Washington Commanders.
Let's see if we can pick up a next year's pick.
We have a trade alert. This pick
There we
has
go.
been traded.
Oh, that's not what I want.
Now on the clock, the Washington Commanders.
Alright, I got two.
The Las Vegas Raiders are on the clock.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Next up, the Commanders are on the clock. Now on the clock, the Rams. The Washington Commanders are now on the clock.
Let's see. Who's somebody... Oh, I definitely know his asses. But I'll do it just to throw his ass on the left side. I know this man's a bust.
On the clock now, it's the Atlanta
But he's
Falcons.
got 84 speed, so... It would have been funny as shit if he had, like, a star development. And he fell. Alright. Let's see. Let's see, what was he at? Alright, yeah. 5-year deal because you're a first round. Oh. There you go. Actually, 65 is not that bad. Ooh. Ooh. That hurt. 71. Put him on the 5-year. It's actually not that bad though. Let's go. At least a star. Oh, interesting. Okay. We're gonna move you to safety. Ooh, there we go. Alright, let's see if we can cook up a trade. Let's see. Can we cook up 1, 2, and a third? Let's see. They like them. For next year's first. Yes, sir. There we go. All right. Yep, got a stockpile or draft pick, or stockpile draft picks there. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Shit. Ugh. I gotta sign more players. Ain't that a bitch? Hold on. Okay. Let's keep doing this again. Never mind, your ass is going over to the right side now. Or right tackle. Okay. I mean, 6'1", 6'1", 6'2". Alright, I need a punter. There we go. Oh. Alright, I need a fullback. And what, a left side linebacker. Yep. Walk, make me talk, do whatever you please. I can act like a star, I can beg on my knees. Do it again. Didn't I try to sign you and you said no? Whatever. I'll draft a punter next off season. Alright. Shit, that's not what I want. Hold on. One more adjustment and then we're in there. Alright. Depth chart. Awesome. Hey, look, you got it anyways. Actually, I probably just run dime set most of the time. Yeah. The goal is definitely to get him to 90, so I get that edge threat. The Browns got the first pick in the draft. Ain't that about a bitch? Oh, good. He got to 90. Traction. Me on my own. Oh, oh, oh. I know that I want the attention. Two injuries. Ugh. Frank Clark, of course. Fucking course. Mm-hmm. Alright, let's play one game. We'll probably get back on it tomorrow because I want to watch the Heat game. Brandon Ayuk got the superstar development? No. Huh. Nice.
It's week 1.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. They will be led out by the 6-foot lefty from Alabama. It's Tua Tagovailoa. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Play action, now it's Tua. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback too.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So here are the Commanders making their way out. And they will be led out by a young man making his first NFL start.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Barnett, man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The quick slant, good for a first down, a gain of 12. Looking to throw. Barnett. The throw out to Ross. He's got it. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Give the rookie another one on this opening drive and a first down with it. A nice start, Charles, for the first-year passer. He's come out, made a few plays, nice plays to begin this contest.
He certainly has. And if he finishes off this drive with a touchdown pass, I vote we don't call him rookie anymore. We'll move him right to veteran and continue from there.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. A quick throw now complete to Ross. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. Edwards-Helaire will take this one.
Let's go.
Touchdown, Washington. So that a great sequence for these guys to begin the ball game. They force the punt on one end, then come right down the field and score on the other.
And that's a great example of leaning on each other and building a little momentum that way. How about the defense forcing the punt, turns it over to the offense with confidence, and they take it downfield and score.
Vikings nothing. Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And the Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. Under a heavy rush.
Got him again. Let's go,
goes.
baby.
That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
And some room to work. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Holding offense.
Backing them all up, baby.
So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Tua sets up to pass it. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And he'll be upended at the 18. That's a very helpful pickup of 9 after the play began at the 9.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we've got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1.
Oh, it's an excellent block.
To get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Barnett. He finds Ross. Right side. It's complete. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 41-yard line. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 41. Now Edwards-Helaire. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Here's Edwards-Helaire. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down.
Bro,
at the
that's
40.
2 people now. Come
and
on.
now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. Boy, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. On 3rd down, Barnett.
I'll take that late hit,
toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10.
Down.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Ready?
Right back to Dobbins on first. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Okay, ready?
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw going to be caught by McKenzie. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 37.
Let's go. Ready.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Janaris Robinson. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Set, go. Ready?
Another try after the first down sack. Tua. Got a man. That's Ayuk. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
I got almost what they wanted.
Let's go.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score.
Ready.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action.
Got me.
The throw
I don't know what the fuck that was.
Receiver McKenzie.
I went to check him, and then he just like did some kind of hit stick bullshit.
Isaiah McKenzie, 35 yards. And the Vikings have cut it back within a score. Extra point up and good from Santoso. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Santoso now to send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Former first-rounder Clyde Edwards-Helaire ready to go here. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That's good for 28 yards. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And the Vikings are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point. His first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. To throw again on second down. Tua. They'll find Ayuk open right side. Now another timeout called for.
Why is my linebacker on him?
As the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. He gets this underneath to
I'll
Dobbins. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half.
Try to ice
them.
them
They'll take a
real quick.
timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one.
And now the kick short, but this is a live football.
Oh,
Picked up
no.
in
Why
the
did you
end
do
zone.
that?
A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10
Right at the 50-yard line. The final shot before break. Barnett. And he's
Bro,
going to go
it's-
down. Couldn't get
Come
it
on,
under
man.
pressure. Maybe that
I
was
put
for
a
the
double
best,
team
as that
over
brings
there,
us to
and you
the
let this
end
man get
of
after
this
it.
first half of play.
Looks like we'll have to wait another week to get our first halftime report of the season as we move right along to the second half.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Commanders up first on offense as we begin this 3rd quarter. But this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
Trying to find
All right, I'm getting sick and tired of this offensive line not doing shit right now, dude. Come on.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
10 yards there. Good for a Washington first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll roll him out right. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25. Well, we saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
Second down, back to Edwards-Helaire.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
69 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Looking to throw. Barnett.
And this is taken in for
Got
a
it.
Washington touchdown.
John Ross from 8 yards out.
And the Commanders take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Tucker with the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 for the 26. They'll try the draw here with Dobbins. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
A third down now. Those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. That one thrown away from the pocket.
Oh, look at that. And then I got
an
injury.
But they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
The Vikings send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. Fielded at the 33. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
Got a man open, it's Ross. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. And between the last two plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field.
They'll run with Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown,
Normally I would try to waste time to kill the clock, kill the game.
Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Commanders are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Let's go.
Justin Tucker is set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Boom.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
And now out comes Minnesota.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
Here's Tua.
Tua hit, and the ball is out.
There we go. Finally, we got our
They're
turnover.
going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. Following the fumble recovery, Barnett. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis.
It's Washington with the football and the lead as we start the 4th. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders.
Calvin Ridley, a 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Commanders are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is now 24.
A little slow start. A little slow.
Well, that drive
Sorry.
started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Don't wanna see no blood, you wanna be a man.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's
So
a touchback.
beat it.
The Vikings offense now heading out to take over.
And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now.
Opposite. Freeze. Black swamp. Blue check.
2 and now on first down. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. Finding space at the 40. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already.
Check. Pitch. Yellow. Lining. Switch. Yellow. Opposite.
2 are going to throw. He finds his man. Complete. That's McKenzie. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Down.
Here's 2nd and a yard.
Check. Hut.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He'll get this into the hands of
I missed it.
Ayuk. And
Really?
he's going to be taken down right
How many
at the
fucking broken
40-yard
tackles is this
line.
night?
Ready. Ready.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Trent McDuffie with the pick. And the Commanders are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation point, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
87 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Barnett. And
Oh, he
his throw's
dropped
gonna
it.
be incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Off play action. Barnett. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I had it too.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
To throw on 3rd down. Barnett. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener, and it's a first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
To the right side and complete to Hurst. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
And he is out of bounds here. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal. What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football. They'll try to run with Edwards-Helaire. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now Tucker to add the PAT.
Shit. Missed that one. Oh,
He's
Justin
been a busy
Tucker saved
man,
me.
5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Commanders 38.
A 10-play drive that time.
And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
2 and now on first down.
They set up the screen for Dobbins.
No gain on the screen there at second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Let's go. Ready?
Throwing again on second down.
Tua. And that one into the hands of Ayuk downfield.
What the fuck?
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
It's almost like
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
Extra point up and good from Santoso.
And the lead is down to 24.
Commanders 38. Vikings 14.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone.
What the
And
fuck is that
decision to bring it
blocking,
out ends
dude?
up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. So out comes Washington's offense to take over. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
I would love for my offensive line to do their fucking
An
job.
incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
It's a 7-man protection.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman.
It got his man complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Another touchdown through the air for them, and for this rookie quarterback at the helm, he has put them in a great position, Charles, to get the victory in this one.
He's absolutely taken charge. Every touchdown for them is come via his arm. 0 rushing touchdowns, no special teams, no defensive scores. All him throwing the football. He's in cruise control right now, and so is his team.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25.
Ready.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.
Tua's throw into the hands of Henry here.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
The city always a little extra excitement for week 1, and one of our early window games here in week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. but everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between week 1 and week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So
I've got 4 sacks. All right. 4 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks, 8 weeks. Like, bruh. No injuries, no one. That's a bummer. Ah! That's what you get for not signing with me, dumbass. I got 4 fucking injuries. Everybody else only has 1. Anything special going on in the draft this year? Prospects? Oh, yeah. Let's go see what that 6'6" dude turned out to be, though. Hold on. Of course he went. Nope. Not bad. Oh, that was the Michigan. Okay, Michigan State kid. Yeah. 99 speed. Ain't that bad a bitch. '84 overall. God bless America. This bro is Calvin Johnson. Of course he went to the Lions. Out of Michigan. Let's see. Oh, superstar X Factor. All right. I will catch you guys tomorrow. Hopefully with less background noise. God bless.